Good morning, Morgan. And good morning to any of Morgan's friends that have joined us for this video today. Now, if you remember from our last video, we talked about inheritance. And if that wasn't complicated enough, now we're going to talk about multiple inheritance. Well, what does that mean? Well, that means when you want to create a class that has the code from not one, but any number of other classes. Okay, so you can combine classes. Now, where does this cause a problem? Well, where that causes a problem is when you've got this new code, okay, and now you're trying to run a bit of the old code. How does it know where to go? Because before it would just go to the class that you were deriving your class from, and if it wasn't there, then it went to its parent and farther. But here, base 1, base 2, and base 3, they're all on the same hierarchy. Okay, they're all your daddy. Now what do we do? Well, then it gets a little complicated, and I'm going to let the machine explain that to you. And then I might say a few things before we end the video, because there's really no way to show an example code for this. Shall we?
Python TV68. Multiple inheritance. Python supports a form of multiple inheritance as well. A class definition with multiple base classes looks like this.
Yes, see, they just kept adding classes into the attribute list.
For most purposes, in the simplest cases, you can think of the search for attributes inherited from a parent class as depth first, left to right, not searching twice in the same class where there is an overlap in the hierarchy. Thus, if an attribute is not found in derived class name, it is searched for in base 1, then, recursively, in the base classes of base 1, and if it was not found there, it was searched for in base 2, and so on. In fact, it is slightly more complex than that. The method resolution order changes dynamically to support cooperative calls to super. This approach is known in some other multiple inheritance languages as callNext method and is more powerful than the super call found in single inheritance languages.
Okay, did you get that? Yes, okay. I know it's a little complicated, but you get to write the code however you want to. You don't have to use this multiple inheritance stuff. If it's too complicated for you, you can work around this. Okay? Or you can embrace the madness and learn all the intricacies of how it figures out where to look for the code you need when you need it. All right? Oh, hey, this looks like this is going to be a pretty short video, which will kind of make up for, what was it, 66? That was kind of a long one, wasn't it? Anyway, that's it for today's video, and we'll see you in the next one. Behave.